everybody. Look who I've got. I've got Jean on.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for inviting me. It's so nice to be here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad to have you. I'm very thrilled to have you on with me. And we were talking backstage, and Jean's sitting there complimenting me, and I'm turning red in the face. So, but it all goes right back to her because I feel the same way about her. So,
That's so sweet. And it looks like Andy is here for the first time. She said, Hi, Sherry.
yeah, I see that. A new name. Hi, Andy. And Wiki and Jackie and Starhawk and Gerald was here. And who else did I see in here? Did I say Starhawk? Yeah. Starhawk, Jackie, Gerald, um, Andy, Wiki. Oh, Wiki's here. Hi, Wiki. And we're going to try to steer clear of the politics today, guys. Jean and I are both, I think, kind of like politicked out right now.
We'd
We've
like
been
to
doing
get that
meetings on it,
spirit.
and so it's like, bleh, I don't want to talk about it anymore. So maybe we can just stick to some, personal questions, or if you want a mediumship, a quick little pop in. Jean's excellent at that, and I'm still learning to control my flap. It doesn't want to cooperate, so and I guess it just takes time to make it learn to listen. Hi, Mackenzie. Hi, Maya. Two more new names.
Hello, ladies. So
Welcome.
I wanted to ask if anybody's watching on my channel. The main chat will be on Sherry's channel. If you want to come on over to Sherry's, I put the link in there at the top, and you can just click on the link, and I'll try and put it in periodically so everybody can come over to the main chat. This way, everybody's together and you can see each other's comments. I think it's really
Yes.
important for us to stick together as a community, but we still want to be able to simulcast. But so we're going to try it this way if you can. So come on over and say hello to, or jump on Sherry's channel if you'd like. That'd be
Absolutely.
great.
But be sure that you like and subscribe and all that to Jean's before you come hopping over to me. And then like and subscribe to me. That would be
Right,
nice too.
right.
Uh, and let's see. Oh, Anita and Alex are here. Hello, hello, the psychic dummy. And I got to get her on. That's just too wild. She does the puppet, the hand
Right.
puppet. Yeah. And I was actually named after someone that did puppets,
Oh,
puppeteering. Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop. Remember
yes.
back when we were like little kids? She spelled her first name Shari, and my mom just fell in love with that spelling, and so that's who I was named after was Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop.
I love that show.
Yeah, yeah, it was one of my favorites. Like we used to watch it all the time, and I mean, I was little. I'm really having to push memory, but who you calling a puppet? Sorry, Alex. Uh, a gentleman, Anita and her gentleman friend. Uh, but but yeah, so I always had people who can do ventriloquism have always just been so like, wow, how do you do that? I mean, I not only move my mouth, but I have to move my hands when I talk. How can I don't know how somebody could be completely still and and have their hands not in their face doing things. I don't get it.
So
So,
Priscilla is here from the Crone Zone, and she says she actually has a stuffed lamb chop for the original. Yeah.
oh
Wow.
wow, that would be so cool. I'm gonna have to look around see if I can find one of those. Might be able to get one on eBay or something. I found a pair of from the original Mutant Ninja Turtle when the cartoon first came out. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and my son was little.
Aw.
He loved with the Ninja Turtles. Everything. He had his own cereal bowl, his own cup, his own glass, his own everything. Ninja Turtles. Um, and I found, I guess it was about 10 years ago, I found a pair of men's slippers with the original Mutant Ninja Turtle logo on them. And so I ordered them off of eBay. They cost a pretty penny too. And he was just over the moon. He still
Aw.
he doesn't wear them very much, except for special occasions. He'll slip them on, but he keeps them put up in the closet because he doesn't want them to get messed up.
It's
And,
amazing, this nostalgia that we feel from our childhood things. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I
One of
know.
his best friends has been collecting toys, especially Star Wars stuff and whatnot,
Mm,
since he was a kid. And he buys them. There's never even, the package has never even been opened. And he buys them real cheap on these auctions and then turns around and sells them for like top dollar, you know. Um, he does the same thing with cars. He'll buy old junkers, completely restore them, and then turn around and sell them for, you know, 10 times the amount he spent on it. And I'm like,
wow.
you know, but you got to kind of have money to do stuff like that because you got to be able to go jump on it and buy it right away when you see it, and so that you can then fix it up. And
Right, right. So I'm just going to pop in here the what we
let's
usually, so
see.
everybody, in case you're not familiar, what we can do is, if you'd like a
Hi,
message
Sharon.
from your loved ones, just the name and the relation would be good. If you'd like a message from your pets, the name and type. If you'd like a message from your spirit guides, that would be great. Or just a regular psychic question is fine too. So typically like
Or if you
personal
want
questions, but yeah.
just an
Um,
oracle card reading or something, that's more. I've got my oracle cards out and
oh,
my
oh,
angel tarot cards out. So,
that would
you
be
know,
good if you want to just
um,
get a card reading, and then Sherry can pull a card and I can do a tune into it like a psychic reading for you. That's great.
there you go. Yeah. And let's see. I'm scrolling back up, making sure I didn't miss anybody. Um, yes, I do
Mm.
have subscribers mode on, and that's not because I'm fishing for subscribers. It's because I do get trolls that pop in, and it's only for 5 minutes. You have to subscribe, wait 5 minutes, and then you can post.
Yep.
And that's because I get some really ugly trolls that will pop in, and I just don't want to have to deal with them. So I just, I think it was Linda G was the one that told me that. She said, just put subscribers only mode on it, and then you don't have to worry about it as much. I
Right.
said, oh,
Right.
okay. And
And yeah, I see so many people here. So nice to see everybody. So Sherry, just so you know, I'll be having Valerie from Illumination Portal on my channel tomorrow at 2 Eastern. And you just recently had Valerie on your channel.
he was on last week with me. Yeah, last weekend. We had a ball. It was so much fun. She's such a sweet, sweet lady, and uh, very,
Knowledgeable.
knowledgeable, very in tune. It was like, wow. She was picking stuff up. I was just sitting there going, wow. There were times when I just literally couldn't say anything, just watching her work, you know. Um, but okay, let's see. I think I've gotten all the ones
Yeah.
that were. Uh, just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Let's see. Well, first up is Anita. We'll start with her. Do you see my mom getting stronger after her heart surgery?
Oh,
Oh, bless her heart. Well, we will certainly send lots of healing prayers and energy towards her for that. Um,
absolutely.
and
Yeah, I kind of feel like she's going to be able to breathe. Is it a conjunctive heart or something? I feel like she's going to feel like, oh, I can breathe. It's almost like there's some sort of a release or some sort of a relief that she's going to be able to breathe easier, is what I'm feeling. And the pendulum is saying yes. And it'll make her quality of life so much better. And she'll be like, man, I was towing around that 10-pound bag of potatoes and I didn't have to, you know?
yeah, isn't that true? I mean, I'm just getting. She's going to be okay. She just has to do what the doctor tells her to do. And let's see. This is a rather new one for me, so I'm still kind of looking it up. From the energy, what is it called? Oracle of the Seven Energies. That's it.
Mm.
And it says a tall tale is what I pulled for you. See, you got Mr. Pinocchio sitting up there. Now, isn't that remarkable, Anita, that this is the card that I pull? It's the one with Pinocchio on it. So, Alex, this includes you as well, since you're not a puppet. You can be a real boy like Pinocchio becomes. You just have to do what you're supposed to do. It says that be careful of denial, concealing the truth, someone manipulating or controlling a situation. So if you don't go to the doctor with her, make sure that you have the means of being able to speak to her doctor to find out exactly what he's saying, because she may not tell you everything. My mother did that for a long time before it got to where she couldn't really hide it anymore, that she was sick. And it would have made a big difference had I known a little earlier kind of what to watch for. And she would hide things from her doctor as well. And so it got to where we would have to have like a pre-appointment with me and her doctor so I could fill him in on everything before he would actually see her. Just so she couldn't try to hide things anymore.
It
Um,
is not easy. It is not easy. They have
it's not,
autonomy, but we need to take care of them. I know.
yeah. But just remember that as our parents get older, the roles reverse, and suddenly we become the parent and they become the child. Um, and that can be difficult because you still look to the person as your parent and not as the one that you're having to tell what to do and how to do it. So, and just as it can be difficult for them because they're used to being the boss, so to speak. So, um, let's see. Hi, spiritual seeker. They just came in, and Linda Gonzalez came in, and Debbie, and Sal Rods is here. And let's see. Okay. Just to let y'all know, okay, I've got Wiki, Mackenzie, Andy, Chris, Visual Thinker, Debbie, and is that two different? And Vicky. Okay. It was Wiki and then Vicky. Threw me for a minute. Um, okay, so Wiki is next up. She would love a message from her grandfather. He died when I was very young. Okay.
Okay. He's telling me something about his name, that his name was longer, or did they call him Tall Ed or Shorty Ed or something Ed or Ed Ed the chief or Ed the uh you know Ed the mechanic. He's telling me there's more to his name that is either before or after, that he's saying that's not how everybody called me. Um I'm not sure. Sometimes people go by their last names, like they say, "Hey Johnson, how are you?" Whatever. But let me see what else he's saying. He's just coming in saying that's not the only part of my name. There's more to my name. He's showing me cookies. He's showing me cookies with crevices on the top. You know how the cookie splits on the top and you can see like the ooey gooeyness on the inside. Not sure if he had a sweet tooth, but he's making me hungry.
Milk. He wanted milk with him. I'm just picking up a big glass of cold milk sitting next to the cookies that you described.
Let me just see.
Let's see. I went ahead and pulled an oracle for you. It just says deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. And I think that as you get in that deep state, that you'll be able to feel them.
Mm. He's also letting me know that he was with your grandmother all the way through, watching over her through her life, throughout her life, even though he may have passed a little sooner. But he's just letting me know that he hasn't missed out on any of the family, like the milestones. And he does seem a little bit more on the quieter side. Um, he's 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 not telling me his profession, but he looks healthy. I'm not sure if it was sort of like a sudden heart attack or a sudden accident that took him, because he does seem healthy and fit and trim, and he just wants to let you know that he's watching over the family. There's a little dog over there with him, and the dog looks like it has one ear up and one ear down. It looks like a terrier. It looks like it has like a little beard on the front. Looks like a terrier of some sort. I guess the kind with the beard on the front. There's different kinds of terriers, but um, he's letting you know that he's with the family. Oh, and he wants to come back again. He sees that there's light around you, and he sees that you are calling in your angels. He's showing me angel wings as well, but he's saying that there's a lot of focus here on Earth, and he's watching over the family quite closely, and he's watching over you and the family as well. But he's not very talkative. He's a little on the quiet side, but that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I didn't get a whole lot. You started talking the cookies, and all of a sudden I saw a cold glass of milk get set down next to it. Thought, oh, he's talking my game now. It's okay. Let's see. Next up, we got Mackenzie Carrera. That did I say that right? I hope I did. How things will go with Duncan.
Hmm. Oh, okay. I remember Mackenzie. This is a love interest, and
Uh,
let's see. Is How is Duncan in Mackenzie's best interest? Yeah, it looks good. Is Duncan the one that Mackenzie will spend the rest of her life with? Is Duncan the one that Mackenzie will spend beautiful relationship in the next um, few years? Is Duncan the one that Mackenzie will have a beautiful, brief relationship with? He seems like he's Mr. Right Now. He seems like he's a lovely energy for you, and I'm not sure if it's going to be um, enough for you, Mackenzie. I think that you are looking for something a little bit more, and not to say that he's not wonderful. It's just that the initial attraction may wear off a little bit. But I didn't get a lifelong, but I got that it was a very beautiful connection that you two have right now. So enjoy it for right now.
okay. I pulled for you the magician, Archangel Raziel. And it says on here, you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest. Life is magical, but there's two people in the relationship. And so you always have to consider, you may be ready, but are they ready? And so that can sometimes put a little kink in the
I think you nailed
process.
it. I think that's why. That's why you have to move on, because he may not be ready for what you're ready for. How about that? Wow.
And JR, I did miss your question. I am so sorry. I missed JR's and I missed Linda de Gonzalez. If y'all put them in, and I'll add them, because I did put in there no more questions, but I see that they were further back, and I can't scroll back that far now. It won't let me. It only lets me go so far, and then it cuts off. So, okay, Andy. I'm wondering if my dad Wayne.
Oh, very nice. So she wants some advice from her dad about her cat, Huck Finn, who's here in this world right now, right? That he's helped you before with pet issues.
Okay.
Let's check on Huck Finn and ask your dad for the guidance. Thanks, Andy, for the detail. That is helpful.
Calls for a different deck. Eventually, I wind up with all of them on open.
He's so your dad, or somebody's telling me that Huckleberry Finn is finicky. He is quite finicky, and he is very sensitive. And I think his belly is a little sensitive. I think the cat hairs, or the whatever the hair balls are a little finicky with. He's quite the sensitive um, individual. And your dad keeps saying he's finicky, he's finicky, he's finicky. So let me see if there's anything else. What's wrong with my cat? Oh, he's telling me to let him lay on crystals. Bring crystals around your cat and put him like underneath his cat bed or something, and help the crystals to do like a subtle energy kind of healing with the cat.
Especially if you have any amethyst.
Oh,
I'm seeing amethyst.
yeah. So she says if Finn isn't himself and you can't figure out what's wrong. He's a sensitive individual. He's really very sensitive. And I feel as though it's a little bit in his digestion, or the, something that he's eating or not eating, or something's just not right with him. But he is a sensitive cat. So try that.
All right.
How about you, Sherry?
The only thing I was picking up when you said crystals, it popped, and it showed the amethyst. Amethyst stones. I know you can I have some that I got that are like a bunch of little bitty ones that you could literally maybe set in a dish or in a shallow, say, Tupperware lid or something like that, to put under the bed, so that it wouldn't make a big lump, but it'll still be under there for him to be able to pick up the energy from that. And I don't know why I got amethyst, but that's the stone that popped into my brain. So, and I know that it's supposed to have healing qualities with that particular crystal. So,
Mm-hmm. And if he's really sensitive, I see Andy says we put him on anxiety meds and haven't seen any improvement. She'll try the crystals and maybe different food. But Andy, is there somebody in the house that may be going through some anxiety or some turmoil? Because sometimes our pets will pick up on the energies around the house. Like
okay.
if you have, I don't know if maybe one of your kids are going off to college and he's a little stressed, or whatever that may be in the house. But I do pick up that Finn is very sensitive and he's quite finicky, and he does like things just so. Yeah. But thanks
Yeah,
for the feedback. Mm-hmm. Go
I
ahead.
didn't even think of that one. Someone else, because I know if one of us gets upset at home, our animals will react. I mean, my brother has his dog, big giant lab mutt mix. And that's definitely my brother's dog. I mean, he love on everybody else, but my brother walks in the room, boom, dog's with him. The little dog that's asleep behind me back here,
Oh,
that's the Dorky. He's a Dachshund and Yorkie mix. That's my son's dog,
oh,
except that he likes to come lay on my bed and sleep whenever I go on air. He wants to be in the room. So, and then there's the cat, and I don't know where she's at. So
wow.
she found us, we found her. I don't know which way it was.
Oh
Uh,
gosh. Guess what? Andy just said my mother-in-law moved in with us and she's super anxious. Oh my gosh.
my that ding 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 ding, all the bells just went off.
She's anxious, depressed, and traumatized. Oh my gosh, the mother-in-law. Just thank Andy and thank Andy. Thank Huck Finn and let him know that he doesn't have to take on that responsibility. It's not his responsibility. And just talk to him and stroke him and stroke his head and whisper in his ear, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to take on this responsibility. Everything's going to be okay. He's a really sensitive cat, but he's very healing. If he wants to be in the same room with your mother-in-law, he's very healing. The cat's purr, that vibration of the purr is very healing for depression and anxiety. So it's okay. And he may just be doing her a favor and taking that away from her.
Yeah.
I don't,
I just real quick, I got you. Does she? I mean, does she like animals? Sometimes anxieties may go up if they're afraid of animals, or if they're not real sure. Because if she likes animals, then it may pay to let Huck Huckleberry, that was the name of the cat, right?
yeah.
Huckleberry Finn, um, to let him just go hang out with her if she's okay with that. And it, I think his system will settle
Hmm.
as she settles, is what I'm getting. But if they can just hang out together, if she doesn't mind him snuggling up next to her, sitting in her lap or
Yeah.
something, that will help calm her and help his system calm down, because he's no longer having to stress pulling from her. He can feel her calm and he'll calm.
So Andy responded back. She said she loves animals. She has a little dog that Finn is afraid of. He's had a lot of changes in his life lately. Yeah, he's real sensitive.
He
Just so
is.
you know, he's like an empath, and he's just trying to acclimate. I think he's going to be okay, like Sherry says, and I think that he's going to be settling down is what Sherry said. I do see that as well, and I see that yeah, I think that the dog and Finn will eventually agree to disagree, like stay in different corners. But Finn just wants to help. God, he's such a good cat. So
Yeah, he's
loving.
very, very sensitive. That's what I'm picking up. He's very caring. That's why I was saying, if she doesn't mind animals, let her go hang with mama, and
Yeah,
that might do the trick.
yeah.
Okay. Crispy. Will I get a new job by the end of the month? I need to leave my current one. That sucks.
There's a separation energy going on right now during this 8-8 portal, Chris V. So, um,
Look, we both grabbed our pinnacle at the same
yep.
time, our pendulums at the same time. Just get a new job by the end of the month. I'm getting a yes. I'm getting a really strong yes.
I think you may find out before the end of the month, but you may not move until the following month. but it is coming up soon. Like you may find out this month, but you won't actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting a really strong positive vibe out of that. So
Good
just
for
be
you.
ready to jump. Yeah. All right. Visual thinker. Any messages from my mom, Patricia or Patty?
Okay.
Patricia or Patty?
So she's telling me that you two look alike, and she's asking me to go ahead and call her Patty. She seems quite relaxed, like easygoing and relaxed, not too high energy. And she kind of had like nerves of steel. Like she would just let things roll off of her back and not affect her. She was very stoic in that way, and she was able to manage. Sort of like if the kids fell down when you were a kid or something, or if you had brothers, or see, if somebody got hurt and fell off their bike or something, she wouldn't like go into hysterics and run to the, she would be like, oh, you're okay, don't worry about it. Like she almost had this sense of security about her, and this comfort and this confidence in her, and she just wouldn't let other things affect her and roll off her back. And she wants you to know, she may have also towards the end of her life not shared with you that she was not feeling well, um, because of this sort of letting things roll off of her back. Like she didn't really kind of take whatever happened or whatever she was feeling very seriously. She's saying everything happened as it was meant to happen. And she wants you to kind of not to, she wants you to kind of have that roll off your back kind of feeling too. She's like, don't worry about the details. Things transpired as they needed to transpire in order for her to cross over. And she's saying that you're worried about either a detail or maybe a hiccup in her health, or a hiccup in some sort of a something that happened that caused her to either pass earlier or to pass, or you didn't know, or you found it late. She's saying, don't worry about the details. Don't feel bad about any of the decisions. She said everything transpired as it was meant to. But this is what she's sharing with me. So let me know if that makes sense.
See what Andy said? I just put 4 crystals in front of Finn and he put his paw on the amethyst. That just blew my mind. Wow. I got chills. Just whoa.
Wow.
I saw that as you were reading. I was like, I lost my train of thought for a minute.
Thanks
The
for
biggest thing I
letting us
pulled
know,
here for
Andy.
gathering around, the power of community, and that's the biggest message I'm getting from her, is just you've got a powerful community that you belong to now. We're all around you. There are people here that can help you if you reach out, or if you need something, or if you need someone to talk to or to vent to. Or um the best day of my life is when I discovered this community, I have to admit. um I mean, I had just lost my mom. COVID had hit. Everybody was locked up, and I just lucked into falling into this community, and I was blown away by it. And then all of a sudden, things that had kind of always happened off and on all my life started pinging back to life again. It was like, oh, wait a minute. It was very it was very disrupting and exciting all at the same time. So but yeah, you've got a really strong community here. And I think that's what she's wanting you to know, is that you've got people around you that it's like she's helped you find your spot for the people to be around you, to help you when you need it. That's what I'm getting. And okay, Debbie, no. My mom Doris passed in January.
Her mom, Doris, passed away in January 2005. Does she have a message for me? All right, Doris, for Debbie. Was she spiritual? She's showing me the Mother Mary kneeling down and looking over her child, sort of the peripheral, not the profile view of Mary kneeling down over the child. Not sure if you have something like that in your home or if she did, but she's showing me this image and ask her what that means. She wants to reassure you that she is at peace and she is with family and loved ones. And she's saying Holy Land. She's in the Holy Land. But she's saying that she is watching over the family and she feels very reverent. She has a very kind, sweet, pure heart and could love the entire neighborhood if need be. She was very she had so much love to give and such a big presence with her love that she is very sorely missed. And she's saying that just because she isn't here in physical form doesn't mean that her love isn't reaching out to you and the family and all who are concerned, um, from the other side, she said. But she just feels like she had such an open heart, such a beautiful presence with her love, and she loved so many people. Um, she was quite the woman for sure. Let me know if that makes sense to you, Debbie.
Yeah, I went with my Angel Tarot, and I actually pulled 3 major arcana cards on her. That doesn't happen very often. The first one I pulled was the Emperor, which shows leadership. The next one I pulled was, and that's Archangel Michael. And then I pulled another Archangel Michael, the world, talking about, with this card, it talks about joy and contentment and gratitude. She's full of joy. She's content. She's grateful. And she wants you to know that. Then the last one I pulled was Archangel Ariel, strength. And that she's given you her strength. You have the strength to go through whatever you need to go through to persevere. That she's passed that strength down to you. Um, yeah, I got chills up and down my spine again. So yeah, I mean, you got the Emperor of the world and strength
Wow,
all together.
that's amazing. She's
Yeah,
sending you so much support there, Debbie, for sure.
that's powerful. That's a powerful message there. Um, yeah, I got goosebumps up and down my arms now.
She's here then. She's here. That's what
Yeah,
she's confirming with you, that you did that the reading was what she intended. How
that's what she
beautiful.
intended. Yes. Um, and Debbie said August is her birthday on the 13th.
Oh,
So, yeah, they tend to come in stronger when it's birthday or a holiday or a special occasion. Um, I know my 40th anniversary would have been on the 31st of July. And I just kept having things happening to me all day long. That was so my husband. I mean, it's like, okay, baby, I know you can stop now.
oh,
um, but that's just the way he was. And then I had a couple of people that popped up and did readings on me on that date. It was like it just really reaffirmed things, It was a blessing. It really was. Let's see. Okay, next up, we've got Vicky. Do you see my son being okay? Gets deployed in October to the border for a year. To our border, Texas border? Is that the border we're talking about?
I think so.
I think so. That's what I'm feeling. And if so,
what's your son's first name, Vicky? If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Just so we can. And we're all sending him many, many angels to go with him on his journey and watching over him and keeping him safe.
Hi, Marilla.
So
Matthew.
Good. I asked if he'll come back unharmed, and it says yes. I think that he'll grow emotionally and spiritually, and sort of like he'll leave a young man and come back a wise soul. You know what I mean? That he'll seem a little bit different, but it's all good. It's all good.
Because of all that's going on down there right now, the question I asked was, will he do the right thing when he's there? And this pendulum went into super strong yes, like really back and forth. And I think that alone will give him protection, because he's going to be standing on the right side. Not necessarily just following orders for orders' sake, but doing what's right.
I also feel like he'll begin a new friendship. He'll find somebody that he really clicks with, that he can confide in and share ideas with, and it'll be like a comfort to him, that he'll be able to trust somebody.
Yeah. My son was in the Navy for 5 years. He did 2 deployments. And there's just a handful of guys that they all served together, went on deployment together, and they're still like brothers. I mean, even though they've all been out now, well, he's been out, some of them are still in, but it's been over 10 years now since he got out, and they're still close. I mean, that's a kind of bond that you make in a situation like that civilians don't really get, I think. But yeah, I'm getting he's going to do what's right. Mm-hmm. He's going to do the right thing, and that's what's going to give him strength.
So beautiful.
And it's going to make him become a man that much quicker, but in a good way. Okay. Next up, we got Sal Rods.
Will I have a positive resolution to my legal case soon? Oof. Typically we don't do, well, I don't do legal, but maybe we can just get a yes or no.
Yeah, and I don't do legal either, but a yes or no, will it go?
Yeah.
Will it be positive? That I can ask.
And I just want to do a shout out for Valerie from Illumination Portal is popping in and saying hello, and she's supporting Sherry and being so sweet. And again, Valerie from Illumination Portal will be on my channel tomorrow at 2 Eastern. So.
I take this as a yes, Sal Rods. I wasn't even looking at it. I was watching Jean as she was talking, and I looked down and this thing was going like crazy. But that's a yes for a positive resolution. I don't know what soon is in spirit world time. Their soon and our soon are 2 different things. But
so sometime in October, I don't know if that's soon for you.
I was going to say before the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I see it before the end of the year.
That's better. Yeah, let's just go with that, because it's hard to pinpoint.
I've never been good with times. So But it
All
feels
the
like the new year you'll start fresh. You won't have this hanging over you. You'll be starting fresh in the new year. That's
yeah,
what I'm getting.
all the best to you, Sal.
Absolutely. You'll have to take us all to dinner if you get a bunch of money.
Oh, that's funny.
You could send everybody like, a taco or something. I don't know. Uh okay, Kim C. Will I purchase the commercial houses for my daycare center this year? Oh yeah, because you have to have special buildings for that. Going back to this, yeah. We can purchase commercial houses for daycare this year. I'm getting a yes, but it's not like a real strong yes. So it might take a little bit of negotiations to get what you're wanting. Yeah, because now it's going in a circle. So that's telling me kind of maybe. Um, I think it'd just be something. Just be very thorough in what you're looking for.
Have you already found them and you're just waiting to purchase, or are you still looking? Because I feel as though you may find them this year, but the purchase may not go through until next year. I'm,
Maybe
yeah,
maybe that's what's hesitating on mine is let's see.
yeah. I'm not sure if she already has the location in mind.
I don't see her saying anything. So
I'll keep an eye out
our
for
rods for the last one said buy a taco truck and deliver.
her.
Y'all crack me up.
Oh, okay, so Kim C just responded. She said, yes, they just went up for sale.
Okay, so you got your location. So I think I'm agreeing with Jean. I'm feeling like it's going to get started this year, but it may not complete until next year because you're talking daycare centers. And I know there's a lot of stiff rules and regulations, federal, nationally from the federal laws, and then whatever state you're in, whatever laws they have for it. I had a friend that tried to start her own daycare center years ago, and it was just like, wow, that's a lot of work to try to set up and the buildings have to pass certain codes and um so that can be
Maybe it was that you'll buy them this year and not start to open the center until next year.
yeah
There,
maybe
there
that
does seem to be like two different occurrences. So she did say her
yeah
realtor said it would take 90 days to go through. But just be open, and if there's a delay,
yeah
just know that everything happens for a reason. If there's a delay, say that's okay. We have time. We'll wait it out. And
yeah
yeah,
exactly because if there's a delay you don't want to try to rush it. What if it's because there's an issue that has to be taken care of? You don't want to be saddled with that issue. You want to make sure they take care of it before you buy it. I'm just devil's advocate here. That's just rolled through my brain. So
mhm.
uh,
It is a lot of work, and thank you for doing what you do because it's very important for all of our children to be safe and taken care of, especially the little ones. So thank you, Kim. And I
oh
feel as though you have such beautiful energy and that you have a unity consciousness mind and you want to do what's good for the greater good. You're not in it to make some cash. You're in it to be helpful and to feel that satisfaction of being a pillar of the community or a resource for other mothers. So thank you.
Especially when you're talking about working parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky. My husband was disabled, so he was home from day one when we had our son. And I didn't have to worry about childcare. But I had a lot of friends that had, and family members that have had to go through that. And it can be really difficult to find somebody that you can completely trust with your child, you know. Um, the fact that you're willing to step up and be that in between, that speaks volumes on who you are as a person, because that takes not just love, but that takes a commitment, a soul deep commitment of doing what's right for those children and keeping them safe until they're back with their mom or their dad again, you know.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
important, you know.
And that's why it's all going to work out for you, Kim,
Yeah,
because your heart's in the right place, your
yeah,
motivation. Mm-hmm.
exactly. That's it. Okay. Felicity, if possible, may I have a reading regarding my present job or career.
Hi, Felicity.
Felicity.
So, okay. So I'm just going to kind of get the energy around your current job. I'm not sure if you want to move jobs or if you're waiting for a promotion or if you're wondering if they're going to can you. I don't know if you can maybe just give us a little more detail for the direction of what you want us to read on, but I'm just going to get the energy, try and tune into the energy. Oh, you're welcome, Kim. You have very sweet energy, Kim. You certainly do. You very
Thank
sweet
you for letting us
energy.
read for you, Kim.
Yep. Yep.
That's an
I
honor.
got
Yeah,
good vibes from you, lady. Got good vibes from you.
very much so.
All right,
Very much
Felicity.
so. She's floating in her present job.
Hmm.
Okay,
So,
so you're going from department to department doing different things.
mm,
Is what I'm understanding. That's usually what a floater is. Somebody that's, you don't have
I
a set amount of duties. You're just filling in wherever they need you. That's what I'm getting.
yeah, yeah, and the energy before you said that, I saw you almost with your eyes or your head up in the air, almost wandering around, and it almost seemed like you were bored or you didn't really have direction. Um, so let me just see. Oh, they're
The
saying
universe
don't.
has me back. It says my vibes speak louder than my words. So I love this little deck.
That is beautiful. They're saying don't float too well. You know what I mean? If you don't want to float, don't float too well. If you'd like, changing up and not being in one place for very long, then that's fine. But ask for what you want. They're saying ask for what you want. And
Yep.
if there's a position that you floated to and you really liked and you thought that you could be, make it a permanent, make sure you ask, speak up, and go to human resources. Go ahead.
Obstacles are detours in the right direction.
Oh,
So just another little hint from the universe there. Yeah, what Jean's saying. If if there's promotions or openings coming up in certain areas you want to go into, then go and apply for them. Go let your boss know I'm really interested in getting that position when you get ready to hire for it. I think I would be best placed there if that's what you want to do.
and because you're already in there, you'll probably get first dibs.
Right. And the fact that you're a floater and you kind of know what everybody does, that's also can be a plus because that's less training they have to do to have you be able to integrate with other departments. You already know what other departments do. And so that could be a big help in placing you somewhere because you're already aware of what's needed in all the different areas.
It's important for you to speak up and to apply for everything as they come up and say, yes, this will be great. This will be great. And, get them to know you a little bit. Um, but I do see that that will be an asset for you as long as you point that out. But it does have to be an energy fit for you, Felicity, because you are a little bit empathic and sensitive. But
Mhm.
the energy flow, like you may not be able. I mean, you may be in sales, but not like that hard, cold sale kind of thing, but something that would be helpful to somebody kind of thing. You know,
But
you
if you
do
float
have.
around and you float into a position that suddenly it's like all the bells and whistles go off for you, and you're like, this is what I want to do, then that's when you let them know this is what I want to do. This right here, this is it. Um,
I
and that
think
can
it.
make a yeah.
Sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
think
Go ahead.
I think it's beneficial for you to be a floater so that you can try the different things and get to know the different people and get to see what if it fits for you. I really think that this is a beneficial thing for you in the long run, and that you'll find your niche. Or somebody will see you and say, you know what, I like that girl. She is a really good hard worker, and I want her to work on my team.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I have a cardinal rule whenever I start a job somewhere. The first people I get to know and make friends with are the cleaning staff and the facilities guys. Because if there's something that gets spilled or something like that, if I pick up the phone and call and I'm already friends with them, they come right away and take care of me. If something breaks, the toilet overflows, something like that, if I'm already buddies with the facility guys, guess what? They'll skip over whoever's in front of me and they will come right on over and come help me. And just because my late husband was a maintenance man, that's what he did, was
Hmm.
fix things for people. And so I know how easy it is to be the fixer upper in a building and get ignored and not seen. So it's like I make a point every day when I go in the morning, if I see any of the housekeepers, that are there cleaning or whatever, good morning, Ms. or Mr. whoever. And I've always talked to everybody very respectfully and I've gotten to know most of them I'm friends with now. I mean, we'll go take a break together or something. And I have a couple of guys from the facilities department that if they're on our end of campus, they'll come hop in the building to see if I'm in. So just so they can come give me a hug and say, hey,
Oh.
they're young guys, they're like in their 20s. And come check the candy bowl. You got some candy today? Because I keep a big candy bowl of candy that I don't like so that I won't eat it. And I keep it on the edge into my desk. And then when people come through, they can grab a candy. And the kids love it. I mean, kids, they're all young adults, but they're still kids in a lot of respects. But the facilities guys, the housekeepers, what they walk by and see a candy bowl, they'll stop. Can I get a candy? And I'm like, yeah, sure, come on in. So it helps being that floater because you see everything that goes on. And you kind of have a better insight into what departments may be more trouble than others as
Hmm.
well. Do you want to deal with that or do you want to go in and fix it? You got that option too. So, I
Yeah.
mean,
All the best to you, Felicity. Let us know.
absolutely. Yeah. Okay, we got 3 left, y'all, and that's going to be it because we're hitting an hour, and Jean's already been at this for like an hour and a half before she even got to us. So I don't want to like completely drain her and she'll never come back again. Um,
No, I love it here. It's so warm
oh,
and so
good. You're
so
welcome
welcoming. Hmm.
anytime. Okay, Linda. Well, my friend really hired me for a job in September.
Okay. And who's coming up next, just so that they know to come close?
Spiritual Seeker and JR, because I missed
Okay.
JR's and I had her put it back in.
Okay.
And that was it. I couldn't get any more. We just ran out of time. Okay. Well, my friend really hired me for a job in September. Let it be hired for a job in September.
I'm getting a yes. She needs your help. She needs somebody that is reliable, and it may just be for a short time, but she needs the extra help, and she needs somebody that she can trust.
Yep. I'm getting the same thing. Big yes. Big yes. She knows she can depend on you. She's not taking a chance when she hires you. Yeah, I'm getting a big yes on that. Let's see. Next up is Spiritual Seeker. My daughter Kelly will have a baby next year.
Aw, so cute.
Does she want to have a baby next year?
It sounds like she
Or
might be
do you
trying.
want to have a baby next year? I'm being bad. I'm sorry. Kelly will have a baby next year. Getting a really strong yes.
Are you already a grandmother? Because I'm asking the question, will you become a grandmother in 24? Not sure if you already are. But let me just see, will Kelly become a mother? Is she, see, let me just see. Will she have another baby? I don't know. Is she already a mother? I'm asking the wrong questions.
Yeah, she's not saying another baby, just a baby.
Yeah. My pendulum is actually going in a circle. It's undetermined at this time. A big circle. Like it's unknown for
I'm getting
sure.
a yes for having a baby, but the question keeps popping in my head. Does she want a baby?
She said yes, she wants one. She's been having trouble. Yeah.
Okay, well, that could be why we're getting a yes, but then getting a not so sure. There could be issues there. She's having trouble conceiving. Okay. Yeah, that I mean, there's a lot of things they can do nowadays that they couldn't have done years ago, that if she sees the right doctor, they can help her. Yes, she's already a grandma. Cool.
Thanks for the feedback, spiritual seeker. That's helpful.
Very
Yeah,
much so.
I have that it's undetermined at this time whether or not the baby will come in 2024.
And she's not a mom yet, so okay. I'm getting a yes, Jean's getting a maybe, so we'll see what happens.
Send her lots of love and support and patience. Sometimes these babies these days are waiting for the right astrological alignment to come in at a certain point, because that really determines so much about our lives. And it's not the same thing, but I have a family member who is past their due date, and I said, you know what? Watch the stars. The baby wants to come through. They know when to come through, and that's when Right. Because it matters so much the day that they're born. And just know that there's divine guidance and divine intervention that comes in with these things, that we can only go so far and then we have to let it go. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And last but not least, poor JR, that I missed your question, and I'm so sorry. If I reach out to Lisa, will I be well received? Hmm.
I'm getting a definite maybe. I don't know why I haven't had so many undetermined. I just said, will JR and Lisa have a romantic relationship? And it's a definite maybe. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. So it's very important for you to say, how you feel, and just say, I don't want this to change anything. I like that we're just friends, but I just wanted to put it out there that if you'd ever want to, you know, take this a step further and see how it goes, you know, real gentle like. And it may not be right away. She may need some time to think about it. And then she may come around and say, you know what, this does make more sense. She may be sort of caught off guard by it and not really responsive in the beginning, but she may think about it after, you say, oh, just forget I ever mentioned it and just go on as friends. And then maybe she'll come around and say, you know what, I think you're right. Like after thinking about it.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. I pulled hope is a conduit for miracles. So if the hope is there that what you're desiring is going to come about. Oh wow, I pulled the next one up and it says, I am a spirit having a human experience and I'm here to get closer to love.
oh,
So there goes the other one. And that's from the universe has your back. I don't know where I found it, but I just thought it sounded kind of cool and I bought it.
that is nice.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely feeling like let her know how you feel, but let her know there's no pressure. And just keep being friends, and then, you know, a month from now, a year from now, whatever, things may change and either y'all decide we're just going to be friends and that's all there is to it, or you're going to decide no, there's something more to this. um
I love you today and every day, no matter what your answer is, you know?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't see the age difference as a problem.
No.
I nowadays, and I I I mean, there was a time when, yeah, if she was older or if you were much older and she was much young, and there are still times when people kind of look at it kind of funny, but I think most people today just kind of look at it as, you are who you are, and you can't help meeting who you meet when you meet them.
Age
It
is
may
just
be
the
a good
number.
thing that she's older. Yeah, it may be a good thing because she's going to be more settled, more willing to work on a relationship, as opposed to someone young who's more into let's go party, let's go here, let's do that. I mean, some people are born old souls. They're ready to settle from day one. Some people aren't, so, and while you may be ready, she may not be ready. So that's why I said, Jean and I were both saying, let her know how you feel and then just back it off and just let me know what you decide. But we're still friends. So, and yeah, I think it's, regardless if it becomes a relationship or just stays a friendship, I see her staying in your life as making an impact in your life. So, see, Starhawk. I'm 10 years older than my husband. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Well, that's nice. I want to say hello to Set a Fire in My Soul. They say, hello,
Yeah.
people. I don't recognize you. Did you change your name recently? It's a really neat name. Or if you're new, welcome. Yeah.
It's a new name for me. I've never seen it. So,
yeah. So welcome. We're just about at the end of the show. Yeah.
That's it. Well, thank you all for coming. We've been on for an hour and 11 minutes.
Oh.
And I know Jean is bound to be like drooping at this point because she did a whole show before she popped over here with me. So.
I think my record is 4.
Yeah, I did 3 in one day and it was like, I'll never do that again. By the third show, I had nothing left. It was like, I was just hanging on, trying to stay awake. But thank you very much for coming and being my guest today. You're welcome back anytime.
It was fun reading together, Sherry. I really like it.
I enjoy it.
Like
I enjoy reading with you. And our energy seems to mesh well. Some people, you just don't get that connection, when you're reading together, and other people, it just seems to flow. And definitely flow with you. So I enjoy it.
That's sweet. Me too.
And thank you everybody for coming and spending your afternoon with us. It is a Saturday. Most people are usually running around and doing stuff. And for all you ladies out there, I keep being told, go see the Barbie movie. That it's very divine, feminine, positive, positive message, female power, I guess, empowerment. So I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Well, that's your job for this weekend.
There you go. Yeah, I don't really go to the movies that much. I don't like sitting in the theater.
Wait till it comes on TV, right?
Or that's what I usually do. I wait till it comes on TV. Because it'll either come on HBO or Disney, and I got both, so I'm covered. That's the way I look at it. And y'all have yourself a wonderful weekend.
Yeah. And thank you to everybody that asked their questions. It was a really beautiful show, and we couldn't do it without you. We're all a community here, and we thank each and every one of you for participating and sharing your energy with us.
And thank you for allowing us to read for you. I mean, you can't really do it if you're not willing. So, otherwise, you just hit a blank wall when you try to pick stuff up. But thank y'all very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Jean, for coming. I will be back tomorrow night on the Cool Crone for polyterology. It'll be all politics, and we'll probably be arguing and giggling at the same time. So that's what we normally do. And
I'll be on with Valerie from Illumination Portal tomorrow, talking about the what is it called? The Lionsgate.
Lionsgate, yeah. And she talked a lot about that when she was on with me last week, and it was really interesting. It was like, I didn't know any of that stuff. So there's so much of this stuff that is like, I'm just now learning it. And never knew any of it. People act like you're supposed to know it all. It's like, no, I'm a little bit. But I'm learning, so I keep trying. And y'all have a great day. I'll just keep rambling on if you don't stop it. And it's the Gemini in me. I can't help myself. I don't know when to shut up. So y'all have a great weekend. Again, thank you very much. And I'm gonna play my little outro clip, and then we will be gone, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Now.